Well, hello everybody, this is Padre Jasmine Gonzalez. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. It's like 4 days before Christmas, or as I call it, Joyful Day, because I decided that I'm going to change the name, because to me, when I was younger, Christmas had too much of a religious meaning, so I don't like using that word. It brings me, not saying that my experience growing up was great at Christmas, but it's like I no longer believe in a God or gods or higher powers or spirituality even. So I wanted to change the name to something that I will feel more connected as an atheist. So I decided to change to Joyful Day, the day of joy. It's a day of joy, yay! Where people give gifts to other people just to bring them joy, you know. But you don't need to give gifts to other people. So it's a day of joy, joyful day. That's how I call it. So that's just my perspective. In my culture, like Christmas is big down in Puerto Rico. Like anybody that has been to Puerto Rico, Christmas season starts like, and I know I'm talking about this, but like it's a memory I have. So like we start right after Thanksgiving, pretty much, and it goes all the way past January 6th. January 6th in Puerto Rico is another day that we celebrate too. In Catholic Church, it's the Epiphany Day. It's a day that means that it's a day that the three wise men went to visit baby Jesus and brought him gifts. So in Puerto Rico, it's very well, that tradition is celebrated all over the island. And you get actually two different gifts. You get gifts in Christmas, and you also get gifts in on the Epiphany Day, or as we call it, El Día de Reyes. And there's a town called Juana Diaz. I never went, but like they do have the festivities of Los Tres Reyes Magos. And it's big. It's big in Puerto Rico, pretty much. So that's one of the things. But I no longer been connected to Catholicism. Even though I was born Catholic, I even did confirmation, all that kind of stuff. After when I started transitioning, like I pretty much ditched religion out of my life. Like I didn't longer serve a purpose for me. I questioned religion, and it was a long process too, because it started before I even transitioned. It started like in 2003, where I began questioning religion and my religious belief, and that was the thing that set me up for my path to atheism, especially after having been going through a Christian evangelical high school, where you see the different beliefs that people have. Because, for example, Catholics think that the Virgin Mary is a virgin, but Protestants and evangelicals think that the Virgin Mary is not a virgin, that she has more kids, and they cite different verses in the Bible. So it's like, who's right, who's wrong, and when you cannot point out to like who is really right, it's like, okay, I think I'm just not, this doesn't make sense to me. And then when you notice the history too, there was a book I read about called The History of God. So that book set me up to help me to finally accept the fact that I no longer was a believer. And I haven't looked back into it. I feel like if I had not read that book, maybe I will still look into I will have changed religions to find a church more accepting of LGBT people, because unfortunately that's the other thing that I don't like about religious. Some churches like that are not accepting of LGBT people. They condemn LGBT people. We are seen as sinners, and that we need to be fixed or whatever. Like it's really sad and unfortunate. And when you go to the case of trans people, like some churches, they truly oppose. They oppose our existence. So because of that, I ended up just ditching religion completely out of my life. And also, again, like I said, I came to a conclusion that there's no God, and do I lost a part of me because, like I said, religion played an important part in my culture, growing up. Sundays were days to go to church all the time, and I used to go to church every Sunday. But not anymore. Not since the last time I went to church was in 2004, and I only went one time in 2004, and I just couldn't see it anymore as it was before. So once you question religion and you realize like maybe this is all just this is just a creation of man and to control other people. Once you realize that, like, there's no going back, like, you can't go back. Well, and that's the way that I say religion is a creation of man. In my view, there are no gods or gods anywhere. So it doesn't make sense, the idea, especially when you look at some of the things. If there's one God, why he couldn't speak to everybody? Why he couldn't, so that way everybody has the same belief all over the world? Why we have to have different beliefs in different deities? And that's the thing that did it for me. What make the deity that these people have more powerful than the other deities? And then the excuse of using that deity to kill and wipe other religions in the name of God, it doesn't sit well with me. It's really ridiculous. Especially when there's no like an actual proof of the existence of a God. And that's the thing that did it for me. And I apologize if this sounds like disrespectful to some people and some people's beliefs. That's pretty much not my intention. If you want to believe in a God, that's your personal decision. If you want to have a spiritual belief, that's your personal decision. I'm not going to tell you not to. But to me, like, I no longer live on those things. But I still remember of my time when I was Catholic. So I remember the stories and I remember the things that will happen during Christmas, and that's why I decided to talk about it. In Puerto Rico, and like I said, Christmas is very big in Puerto Rico. And I remember it was family time. We'll get together, we'll eat typical Puerto Rican food, which I will be making a video of how to make arroz con gandules. My version, I have never made arroz con gandules by myself. I usually purchase the one that is already the Goya brand, that you just add water and then you have arroz con gandules. But I never make my own arroz con gandules where I add the gandules on its own, and the rice separate. So, wish me good luck. Hopefully I can get it done and it will taste delicious. So, wish me a lot of luck. And then, of course, pasteles and those are things that I personally I miss that connection. I miss not having family time and all that kind of stuff where you visit family and have food and all that kind of stuff. But I wish I can remove religion out of it, because a lot of people in my family still believe in God, and they're Catholic. Some are Catholic, some are evangelicals or Protestant. They have changed religion, But again, most of the festivities around Christmas in Puerto Rico are because of they were brought by Catholicism, by the Catholic Church, pretty much. So that's why I decided to change the holiday, and instead of calling it Christmas, I call it Joyful Day. So happy Joyful Day, everybody! I hope everybody's having, or if you have a different name for the holiday, happy holidays. We have to be accepting. There's no wrong answer. So now I feel less guilty about celebrating the 25th, about taking the 25th, because now to me it's a joyful day. From now on, it will be known as joyful day because I said so. Simple and easy. Some people celebrate winter solstice. Again, I just want to stay away from religious or pagan views or things like that. So to me, it's just a way that I decided to cope with this. I do like celebrating New Year's Eve. When I get a New Year's, the years are based on Christianity, yada yada. New Year's to me, I like celebrating New Year. So yeah, which is pretty much New Year's is pretty much based on this idea that the sun rotates 365 days. Takes a rotation on the sun. So like to me, it's celebrating New Year's is very scientific. So that makes sense to me. It's that we're going to another full rotation around the sun, which is quite interesting. So yeah. So it's science, it's a celebration of science, pretty much. Regardless whether we see 2000 and the years are counted after Jesus Christ was born. So like, yeah, whatever. I really don't care. In other religions, like it's not the year 2000. It's probably the year like I don't know, 6000, maybe more than that. Other civilizations have counted years more than we have counted. We have counted it, so like yeah, who knows? But that's what I got, So yeah, I'm going to be making arroz con gandules, and yeah, and am I worried about the possibility of shutdowns because of the Omicron variant going rampant? Yes, I am worried about that, but I work in a grocery store. I am pretty much an essential worker, so I don't think I'm going to get displaced on my job, so that's a good thing. I don't have any plans for Christmas. I plan to stay at home, lay low, play video games. Yesterday I bought a video game. I bought Lego Marvel collection, Lego Marvel Superheroes collection, or Lego Marvel collection, which has like Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, and Avengers, all in one game. So I bought that game yesterday. Maybe playing that one, but I haven't played a lot of video games lately, so I need to catch up because I got other video games that I want to finish. I want to finish Dragon Quest 11. I still haven't finished that one. I got to Act 3. Yeah, definitely I enjoyed playing the game all through Act 2 and all that kind of stuff. I wish the game was shorter, but I still enjoy playing the game. It's an RPG game, turn-based, really cool to play. I like it. I like that kind of games that are turn-based RPG. I also like other games where you are dungeon crawl and you go killing like things. But I definitely enjoy playing Dragon Quest 11. It's really neat. The story really got me, I wish I could make a new Dungeons and Dragons game where you are playing as a friend, that you could create your character and then like take it on a dungeon crawling, very much, That would be really cool, even if it doesn't have a storyline. One of the games that I have that somebody gave me pretty much is the one of Champions of Nora. So that game is a lot of fun to play. Say we'll make it for Nintendo Switch Champions of Nora. I would love to play that game if that was the case, Yeah. So that's what I got. Oh, and yesterday I had to spend $21 on a light bulb for my headlamp. This light bulb cost $21, but I replaced it, so I saved some money on that. Light bulbs are easy to replace in a car. Whenever in the front, I have to watch the front. I have to check it out. But like brakes, when my brake lights get damaged, I get a notification. My car let me know about that, so it's easier for me to take care of fixing or replacing the light bulbs and the brake lamps. And they are definitely easy to replace. Like I got no problem. Like I always replace my light bulbs in here. I go to I get them at Walmart or at yesterday I stopped at AutoZone because I forgot to purchase this at Walmart. I purchased some stuff at Walmart, but I forgot the headlamp. But $21 for a little headlamp, that's a lot of money for one tiny little headlamp. But I got it paid, and I got it replaced. And the thing is, like around here in New York, if your headlamp isn't working or your light isn't working, you can get stopped by a police officer. You can get ticketed because of that. So it's always a good thing to check on your lights. And in your car. So, and if you don't know how to check it, maybe I can show you. Especially when you're a single person, you know, because there are some lights that you may not be able to see. But it's relatively easy to check your lights, and I know this because I go close to one car, and then I see the one light bright, and then I look at the other side, it's like, that doesn't look like it's working. So I fix it. I haven't gotten ticketed, and that's a good thing. But yeah, I fixed that light. I'm so happy I did. And I was supposed to wake up earlier today and be at work, but like I'm going to be 30 minutes late. It's alright. I woke up kind of like tired today. Although I got good sleep, I don't feel like too exhausted today. I got good sleep. And I make rice last night in my rice cooker. I admit it, a rice cooker is a great investment. I'm super happy I got a rice cooker. So I made like about 2 cups of rice last night. Because I opened a bag of rice and I made the mistake of opening the wrong way. So I had a lot of like rice like spilling all over almost. So I need to get a container too today for storing the rice so it doesn't go bad. But I made 2 cups of rice yesterday, and this morning I was like, oh, I got corned beef, so I ate rice and corned beef for breakfast today, and I added ketchup, like a good Puerto Rican. I added ketchup to that, and it was corned beef hash actually, so it wasn't like and yes, it came from a can. It's corned beef hash from a can with rice. In Puerto Rico, it was corned beef from a can over rice. There was a meal. Sometimes there were like plantains, sweet fried plantains with a dish. So yeah, very Puerto Rican of me to eat corned beef and rice. Like cheapest food ever. Now I know why my mom used to cook it. You know, I think my mom and my dad, they were winging it because and I didn't understand the financial implications, but now I do. So yeah. But I still like eating corned beef, you know, and specifically the corned beef hash is quite interesting because it has potatoes in it, so it's most of the time that I have to add potatoes. Some people like adding potatoes to the corned beef, you know. There are millions of ways that people cook corned beef. But usually it comes from a can. It really does, honestly. Like if you go to a Hispanic section, that's where you find the corned beef in a can. You know, it's kind of popular. It's almost like the sausages, Vienna sausages. There's something that you can make with the Vienna sausages. It's called arroz con salchichas. And arroz con salchicha is a dish that I grew up eating too. And again, I'm pretty sure it was because it's cheap. So now I understand more how my parents were like winging things as we were growing up. But anyway, that's all I got for now. So peace everybody. Stay safe. Bye.